For more than 100 years, First Choice Bank has provided dedicated community banking to North Mississippi. The banking products and services you need when you need them. At First Choice, you're our priority. Make First Choice your choice for banking.
What would you give for a child you loved? To make their wish come true? To help them fight a critical illness? Just imagine what you'd do. Every single one of us can make the stars align, because when we come together, hope and joy will shine.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. But every time you drive after drinking, the music gets drowned out. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
Mississippi's trusted weather experts. This is Mississippi Live Weather This Morning.
Good morning, and welcome into Mississippi Live Weather this Thursday morning. I am meteorologist Maggie McCauley. Hope you have your coffee and you're ready to go this Thursday morning. Looking good to go in the weather department for the morning hours. However, you can expect a warm afternoon. Let's let you know what you need to know to get you out the door this morning. Very small rain chances today. Main story is going to be the heat that returns today and tomorrow. So hot temps, yep, they do make a comeback. And we're tracking another cold front on the way. One is pretty close to the area right now. Another one that's going to be making more of an impact is going to be happening a little bit later. Let's talk about what's ongoing right now. Mississippi Live radar. Dry conditions out the door area wide. So you're good to go as you're headed out from northwest Mississippi into northeast Mississippi as well. However, let's zoom out and show you where that cold front is that I was talking about. We're watching this front that's really going to be more of a stalled or stationary front as it comes through, trying to clip our area, really not making an impact, and we're really going to be sitting dry for a majority of all day. However, as it does inch closer and closer to our area, could try to squeeze out maybe a shower or two into your evening hours, especially if you're closer to that Tennessee state line. Overall, most of the activity going to stay off to our north, and then we reload and watch another one come into play as we head later in the day on Friday. This one going to be making more of an impact, bringing more widespread rainfall, also bringing more cooler conditions into the forecast as well. This one's mainly going to be passing through as we head overnight Friday into your early Saturday, with some showers and storms lingering into your early afternoon as well. So watching out for that front. That's really our next weather maker here in North Mississippi. Before we get there, though, nice conditions today. Take a look at this. This is over in Winona. Beautiful blue skies as you're waking up on your Thursday morning. Temperatures in the middle 60s as well. So nice start to the day area wide. Same story in Pontotoc. Look at this beautiful ongoing sunrise really happening right now. Beautiful blue skies. And again, temperatures still in the 60s, middle 60s right now for most of us. Take a look at this. Temperatures out the door this morning, 65 in Bruce, 66 in Water Valley, 70 up in South Haven, 69 in Senatobia. So already upper 60s in northwest Mississippi. For northeast Mississippi, still hanging on to those middle 60s across the board. Over your first 12 hours, you can expect temperatures to reach back into the 70s over your next hour ahead. 80s are expected before noon today. Temperatures for the afternoon mainly going to be in the upper 80s to near 90. That's around average for this time of year. We've been blessed over the past few days and weeks. It's been below average. Not the story to your afternoon. And again, about a 10 to maybe 20% chance, if we're lucky, going into the afternoon with those rain chances. The majority of the day and the majority of us look to sit very, very dry. Coming up next, we're going to be talking you through your latest hour-by-hour forecast. I'll be talking who is expected to see that rain and exactly what time going into your Thursday. We'll talk about that all-important weekend forecast as well. And if you plan on heading out to any of those SEC games, I know a few more are at home this week than were last week. We're going to be talking about that all-important forecast.
March 24th, 2023 was a normal Friday. You know, we knew the weather was not good, but we needed to take shelter, and we didn't have shelter. My husband and almost 2-year-old daughter, Ethan and Riley, they did lose their lives in the storm. We're still recovering from it. We'll always be recovering from it. Matt Laupon cares about the community. He's not just there to collect a paycheck. I feel like Matt Laupon has proven himself trustworthy.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Right now, from the Room to Room Weather Center, here's meteorologist Maggie McCauley.
Back live from the Room to Room Weather Center. As always, thank you for waking up on this Thursday morning with us here on Mississippi Live Weather. Let's talk what's new to get you out the door this morning. Here's what is new that's a good news. Over the last few mornings, we've been tracking out rain. We had fog yesterday, patchy, dense fog in some places. Today, I'm really not tracking out any of that. Look at this, dry on Mississippi Live radar this morning. So you're really good to go as you're headed out the door this morning in beautiful conditions. You can see it on these cameras provided to us by the North Mississippi Storm Chasers on their camera network across North Mississippi. Good to go. Beautiful blue skies and conditions. You can see the sunshine coming down already in Batesville. Same story over in Columbus on 82. You can see nice conditions as well. And some people getting on the roadways this morning, but no backup in the traffic department there from that NDOT traffic cam. Temperatures in the middle 60s. No backups or delays in the traffic department. Nothing in the airways as well. If you're hopping on a flight or know anybody that's going to be getting on one coming back, we're really good to go this morning from Memphis International over into Shreveport, Dallas as well, down to Jackson, Mobile, Birmingham, all of those looking good to go this morning. So that's good as well. As for your day ahead, the main story is going to be just how warmer it is than yesterday. We're going to be seeing highs back near 90 degrees into your afternoon, which again, I've been saying this, but it's average for this time of year. Just because we haven't seen it doesn't mean it's not average. We're actually supposed to be near 90 degrees for our afternoon highs, and we're going to be right on the money today. Temperature is going to be falling through the 80s into your evening hours. For those high school football games, it's going to be even warmer tomorrow. We're talking about high temperatures for your Friday in the middle 90s. So by the time you're heading out to those games, we'll be back in the low 90s. So not necessarily that crisp fall forecast you want for those Friday night football games. Going to be a warm one out there for everybody involved. As halftime and on goes, we're adding about a 20% chance in the mix because I can't rule out a stray shower ahead of that cold front that comes into play. Could see a few out there for some of our games. Not everybody, but again, can't rule out an isolated downpour or two ahead of that main line that does come in. So that's a look really at your Friday night football forecast. Let's go hour by hour. When can you expect that rain to come in and out of the area? This is Thursday at 9. So good to go into your mid-morning. I think we're good to go until noon. Today, really looking like a very dry day. I'm adding about a 10 to 20% chance because of this. Watch as I progress this. You can see 3, 4 o'clock, that front coming in, trying to squeeze maybe a sprinkle or two out of us in further north Mississippi. So New Albany, Boonville, Corinth. If you're more along that Mississippi-Tennessee state line, better chance of seeing a stray downpour today. The majority of us stay very dry for your afternoon ahead and dry overnight as well. Let's go into Friday. If you got any Friday plans, I'm going to take you hour by hour through that day as well. For your Friday morning, good to go. We're starting off with clear skies. You can see these little wind barbs is what we call them, but those little arrows that are really from the south, that's going to be bringing in that moisture, bringing in that warmth for a warm end to our work week. Let's head into the afternoon, still sitting dry, but you can see those showers already popping up in places like eastern to central Arkansas. They're going to be popping up in our area as we head later in the day on Friday. Again, I can't rule out a stray downpour or two ahead of that main line. That's why we're keeping that rain chance in, mainly for those, again, halftime hours to end of game hours for those Friday night football games. By 10 o'clock, though, you can see, maybe a few showers out there, but still mainly dry, where we're going to be watching those rain chances come in from the north and drop in overnight into your Saturday. As they do, some of them could be on the heavier side at times. You can see the severe weather risk, 1 on the scale of 1 to 5, so very limited risk. This extends from Kentucky into places more of northwest Mississippi as that line comes in, all the way into Oklahoma and Texas. As that comes in, we could see, again, a few showers and storms on the stronger side, more for places closer to Memphis, northwest Mississippi, very further north Mississippi, in on that chance of seeing some damaging winds and maybe some hail out of this as well. So keeping our eye on that overnight into your Saturday. Let's talk about your SEC football forecast, starting off strong with Mississippi State versus Arizona State over there in Stark Vegas. Looking good to go if you're head out to those games. Temperatures with that cold front coming in, it's going to be a little bit cooler. Temperatures look to be in the 60s. That's a night game. It's 6:30. I think it's going to be nice out there. Can't rule out a stray shower by the first play, but really good to go after that. Let's head off to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. If you're headed to Alabama to support them, we're going to be seeing another night game. And yet again, can't rule out maybe a shower or two, but for majority of us dry. A little bit warmer there, though. Temperatures look to fall through the 70s. And last but certainly not least, a look at Ole Miss versus Kentucky. This is our only away game this time on Saturday. This is in Lexington, Kentucky. Temperatures there, because further north, even at 2:30, look to be a little bit cooler, near 60 degrees. Overall, that's a look at your SEC football forecast. Let's talk tropics before I get into that 7-day forecast. Over the next 7 days, we're looking at this really disorganization of storms coming off the African coastline. It's going to be moving into that red blob, and as it does, has a pretty high chance of developing into potentially a named storm over the next 7 days. Yesterday, this was at 70%. Today, it's at 80 formation chance. So again, we're keeping our eye on it. It's going to be moving into a more favorable environment. And as it does, again, it has the potential to become a named storm. So we will keep you updated on the latest of that. Every time there's an update from the National Hurricane Center, we will have it live for you here on Mississippi Live Weather. Here's a look at your 7-day forecast. Temperatures today back in the 90s, middle 90s out there, warm into your work week ahead. Going into the weekend, though, looking much nicer. Rain chances mainly for the front half of the day into your early afternoon for Saturday due to that cold front coming in. Highs only in the middle 80s for Saturday. Sunday, the peak day out of the weekend. Going to be nice, dry air in the forecast, dry conditions, temperatures in the low 80s, and that hangs on even for Monday. Do want to show you this or highlight this as well. Look at that overnight low temperature for Monday. You can see that in the 50s. So you're waking up on your Monday morning, heading back to work and school. It's definitely going to be feeling a little bit cooler out there with temperatures back in the 50s. 80s even stick around as we head throughout your work week, your next work week ahead, and dry conditions as well. So overall, pretty nice forecast on the way for us here in North Mississippi. As always, you can catch us right back here live from the Room to Room Weather Center at 5, 6, and 10 this evening. Thanks, as always, for tuning in for Mississippi Live Weather this evening.
At Bulldog Burger, we take the burger game to the next level, like the Freshman 15, stacked with panko fried mozzarella. Unleash your appetite.
Growing up, Gabe was naturally curious. When he began to discover weather, Gabe just didn't want to know what was happening, but he wanted to know why it was happening. Gabe became fascinated with tornadoes, and it impacted his life. He wanted to pursue a career in meteorology. Even though Gabe grew up in Alabama, Mississippi has now become his home and his family. And one thing about Gabe is he keeps his family safe.